Hola motivators. Hello, nice to see you again. If you're returning, if you're new, welcome to the familia. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more goodies. And today's video is gonna be a Chisme segment, okay? We're gonna be talking about Tati, the drama with Tati. Why? I don't know. Why do you care? Is anybody else bored with her channel and doesn't watch? Sorry to say that, but I haven't watched her channel in a while until she was in some drama back in the day, and then wants to talk about some lawsuits that maybe we were wondering, whoever has been watching her, maybe you were wondering about that. We're gonna be talking about all that today. All right, let's start off with Tati created her YouTube channel November 7th, 2010. It was named Glam Life Guru. If you don't remember, where you been? But now it's just Tati. And then she reached 1 million subscribers in early 2016. Here we go. Time keeps rolling on. February 2018 is when she, after all her makeup videos, I think I've watched a few of her things back in the day, but then I got, sorry to say, a little bit bored with the content and with, I don't know if it's her voice, I don't know if it's the background, I really don't know. It's just like, I wasn't interested. But in February 2018, she launched Halo Beauty. I was like, oh, she's launching makeup. But to everyone's surprise, she launched vitamin supplements. Come to find out that Tati, along with her husband and with another partner, as far as we know, there's only 3 that went into the Halo Beauty. I don't know if there's other partners. I don't know. But they did so with Clark Swanson. Now we know that Tati launched Halo Beauty with her husband, and a man named Clark Swanson. And it was just vitamins, right? Vitamins. And in my opinion, yes, my opinion, I was like, huh? I was in shock. I'm like, what is a makeup person or a beauty person selling us vitamins? And I know from the medical field that, I mean, you pee out most of your vitamins, and most of your vitamins are from the food you eat, and you can just take over-the-counter vitamins. I mean, you'd be good. And regular, go check with your doctor, to see what your vitamin levels are at, and they will prescribe you and tell you what to take. So it's kind of weird. I really don't buy from these supplement places. I don't buy from people that sell these supplements. So when Tati put that out there, my first thought was like, cash grab. That's just me. In my opinion, I was like, what in the world? What is a makeup person dabbling into the vitamin scene? And I'm like, has to be yes about money, because if you get a refill every 30 days, there is a returning customer. So see where the intriguing thing was, it was in the monetary thing, because I'm like, really though, for her branding or for what she's known for, it doesn't seem to fall in her realm. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That's what my first thoughts were. And that launched 2018. Then we're going to jump forward to what occurred in 2019. And there was quite a lot of things that happened. April 22nd, 2019, Tati uploaded this Instagram story where she was crying and seemed very sad, and just felt like her community, the makeup community, was just not supportive. She just felt alone, and said that you do so much for people, you would like to see that in return, but it doesn't seem that way. It's just like a dog eat dog world out there in the community, wherever she's at and a part of. And
hey guys, who is having a crappy day? Raise your hand right now. I just wanted to hop on. I don't even really know why. I never get in these moods to just vent or do a rant or anything like that, but I'm literally sitting here in my studio I can't film, and this never happens to me, where I feel like I'm here, I know what I should be doing, I should be working, I should film, and I just can't because I'm stressed out and I feel really lost. And I feel in my community especially, I feel really lonely. And through this whole journey of YouTube, I feel like I have been someone who's been super supportive to my friends And it's been really crap to feel like, not that you should do things to get support, but like, you know, we should support one another. That's how it should be. And, you know, I just am having one of those days where it's like smacked in my face of what's what, and having to take a look at things and realize what they are and not wanting to realize what they are, you know? So I guess I'm kind of hopping on here to share with you guys, like, me and you, because at the end of the day, that's all it's ever been, is me and my audience. You guys matter so much to me, and the reason I started this was not for fame or money, and I have to really be in that all the time, like in that mindset, and it's made it really easy to say no to a lot of things while other people have said yes. And my story here on YouTube has just been different, and I like that. But it comes with some disappointment, you know. I'm having a rough one, and I guess I just felt like sharing that with you guys. So maybe you don't get lost in all of this land of escape, that real life is what's real, and sometimes social media is just a distraction, and that's okay. When you do so much for people in your life and they not only don't return the favor, but they just don't even see you. Like, I get it. I fucking get it. I'm just so upset. I feel really used, and that's the bad part of Hollywood. Welcome to business. Everybody says what they need to say and uses who they need to use to get ahead, and I have had about enough. I've had about enough. It's not right. I'm just gonna stay in my lane, and for the most part I always have, and I am gonna continue to create the most incredible products for you guys, the most incredible content. I'm gonna push myself, but I'm also going to push myself to show you this shit show that you're seeing right now, because this is real. And I would cry to my girlfriend like this, and all of you out there, like, you're my friends. You've helped me build this. You've helped my dreams come true, and you matter, and this matters, and I'm just gonna keep moving forward. But like, I had to let you guys know that, yeah, having a bad day, not good. So not good. So hurt. And that's that. But I am just gonna get back to it, and that's all you can do sometimes, is take a deep breath, vent it out, talk to your friends, have a cry, suck it up, stand up, move past, you know? So anyway, if you want to laugh, go watch the PR video. This is not funny. This is probably so Debbie Downer, and I'm so sorry to do this to those of you that think it's cringy to cry on IG. I just feel like breaking a wall down and just getting closer with you guys and being real. So that's that, and I'm gonna go wash my face.
That happened after a Instagram story of James Charles, one of her longtime like friends, or like someone she saw as a family member or like a son, and that's what she said in multiple videos. James Charles has been with her for years. Tati has been supportive of him for years, and she launched that Halo Beauty. He did make like a little story, a little post, and say, oh, Halo Beauty, the supplements, stuff like that. Which I was surprised that he didn't make a YouTube video. I don't know, I just didn't see a lot of him supporting her, you know, during that time.
Sisters, I just received my package from Halo Beauty. This is Tati's brand new brand. I did not tell Tati that I was buying these, but I did pay for these myself because I just wanted to support her. And I'm so happy. I know she's getting a lot of backlash on this, which is making me so mad because I know she's worked so hard on these for the past several years now. She's told me a little bit about the process, but she's done a very good job of keeping this secret and working super, super hard. I already consulted with my doctor. I am good to go to take these, and I'm very much looking forward to trying them out, supporting her. And of course, I will let you sisters know the tea on these and how I feel after taking them for, I think the period is 3 weeks. You should start seeing results. So congratulations, Tati. I love you literally so much, and I'm very, very proud of you and all your.
So he made this video of Sugar Bear Hair, which is a supplement. I don't know who owns it. I thought the Kardashians owned it, but Sugar Bear Hair. And it's a rival. It's a rival. Let's be honest. It's a rival. It's someone who's going to take her down. It's like an enemy in the business world, right? I saw a little hashtag ad on that story, and he was saying, oh, look, Sugar Bear Hair really helped us with the security. I think they were at Coachella and saying that Sugar Bear Hair really helped them with security and did this video. Keep in mind, hashtag ad was in white, so it was kind of hard to see, but it was on top of the video and then it disappeared. So he was talking about the brand, and then all of a sudden you have Tati making that Instagram story.
I also want to give a quick shout out to Sugar Bear Hair. I met their team weekend 1 at Coachella, and they really helped me and my friends out with sister security because it was crazy.
I also like to point out that he said he was not even paid for this post, but here we see a hashtag ad. Doesn't that mean you got paid for this?
You guys probably already know about their iconic hair vitamins, but they just came out with brand new vegan sleep vitamins. And first of all, they taste so bomb. But most importantly, I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety recently, and it always comes late at night when I'm laying in bed thinking, which is not fun or fresh. So I've been taking these 30 minutes before bed, and they've been really, really helping. So if you guys want to check them out, you can swipe up.
So I'm guessing she saw it and felt some type of way. And James Charles made a post saying, like a sorry and apology. Let's read James Charles' apology to Tati, shall we? I want to publicly apologize to my close friend Tati. She has been like a mother to me since my first days in this industry and has given me more love, support, resources, and advice than I could ever ask for. This weekend, I did an Instagram story for sleep vitamins that I've been taking because the brand helped me with security when the crowd around me at Coachella became unsafe. I did not accept any money for the post. As most of you know, Tati has a vitamin brand which I take on a daily basis. But in the moment, I did not think about the competition, which was a major oversight. I supported Tati both online and off like she has done for me, and I'm devastated that I hurt someone that I truly love and have endless respect for. Because people thought it was a little bit shady, like, hey, you are supporting and really getting the name of Sugar Bear Hair out there, but not really for your friend Tati, who's your alleged friend, right? So a lot of people took issue with that. And I remember seeing all those comments and hearing about this. Then we had a massive drop from Tati. I'm guessing she did not respond during that time, but she wanted to respond with something that was going to hit big, and it sure did. And it was Dramageddon, crazy. It was just a war between her, James Charles, and then eventually Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. May 10th, 2019, Tati dropped Bye Sister video.
Thank you, like it?
It looks so gorgeous. Do you like it?
I love it. Sorry, James, I'm on to another morphine palette, but you guys can still use code James for 10% off this one. I'm the friend that's encouraging you guys to use code James for 10% off of saving. You can use anybody's code. Use, James's code. I'm wearing my sister's apparel. And I made that 2-minute little Insta story. It was therapeutic for me. I don't regret it. What I said in that video basically was that I feel really lost in this community, and that's so true. And it is more than one thing. And it wasn't specifically just about vitamins or about Halo, but it was just about being lied to and feeling disrespected. And, James Charles, he had 9 days after Coachella to talk to me. He knows where I live. It's not far from him. He could have come face to face and chatted with me because he knew that were at length about other influencers doing the same deal and him not liking Sugar Bear Hair and dragging the other people and being like, Tati, I'm on your side. Like, you've got me. Like, I will support you. Phone call to not even get a text a few days prior, but right after that sponsored post went up, to have a text like, hey mom, love you, I'm stressed, just so you know, XYZ, I just did this post, but it's no big. And that's pretty typical of James Charles's behavior from the time that I met him when he was 17, before he really had taken off on YouTube at all. I know that he has a way of just getting what he wants to, because Gabriel Zamora decided to drag me out on the dance floor by calling me out by name in a video that he made about opinions in makeup. I want to say that I don't know Gabriel Zamora. We've never had any beef, but we are not friends. A group of influencers. Yes, it's about makeup. Yes, sometimes business. Yes, sometimes jokes. But a lot of the time, it's whatever's brewing or happening, or someone going through something, and just like everybody kind of giving their little bit of it, to the point that the whole story changes. And I just couldn't help but feel that that's what happened, because everybody was hanging out behind closed doors. I know that James Charles was very, very upset, and obviously venting to his friends, which in turn, for whatever reason, made Gabriel Zamora feel empowered enough to call me out by name. It really minimized my feelings. It's a horrible thing to tell a person like, hey, it's sun shining outside, don't feel bad about whatever you're going through. And I always like to tell people, pain is pain, and yeah, at some point you have to feel it, express it, release it, and then set it down and move ahead, because life will never stop being painful, no matter where in the world you are, no matter what your circumstances, and no one has any to tell you how to feel. So that was so not right on so many levels. But even that, like, I was in North Carolina with my sisters, I saw that snap, everybody's, tweeting me, and I'm like, I still gotta let this go. Like, I just gotta let this go. But then I agree with fame, power, and a fat bank account will change almost anyone. And if you don't have people that will tell you to your face that you're doing the wrong things, you will change. And I tried to be that person for you, James. I really tried. I don't think there's any getting through to you, and I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to be associated with you. And I need to say that very publicly so that this chapter can just be closed. Agree. The moment that everything kicked off, he started panicking, he was texting me, and then it got increasingly demanding. And I don't deal well with someone telling me that I need to accept an apology. Person who loves you so much, and all you're caring about is your image, and that people are questioning if it's you, and people are commenting, and that's what you're worried about. I'm not okay with that, and I need to take a time out. I knew that I needed to talk to James, and I was planning on hopping in my car and, sitting down with him, but I changed my mind very, very quickly when I found out that he had been giving his side to drama channels. He had been in contact with plenty. I've spoken with 2 drama channels that reached out, and one of them is Here for the Tea, the other is Tea Spill. They're both making videos. I needed to share a little bit of where I was coming from, and even in those messages, the first thing that I say is I'm crushed because this person was family to me, and somehow you're the victim. It's really disgusting to manipulate someone's sexuality, especially when they are still, emerging into adulthood and don't quite have everything figured out. You are using your fame, your power, your money to play with people's emotions. You're threatening to ruin them. You're threatening to embarrass them. And you're doing that to have them behave sexually in your favor, even if they're straight. And you know what? That's not okay. That behavior's not okay. Whether you're a woman, a man, gay, straight, bi, whatever sexual orientation you are, that is your personal call, and it is not someone else's to take.
And it had a lot of intel in there from her just feeling, I guess, betrayed. Maybe I'm thinking she was angry because she didn't have that support for her brand, and he was over there supporting other people, and she's been there the whole time with him, holding his hand, supporting him every chance she got, even on her YouTube. So she saw this and it was like all hell broke loose. She basically described him as being gross, preying on heterosexual men, saying that he made a comment about the waiter, and she said, oh, he's straight. And she's like, and I have money, and basically so what? I'm higher up. I can do whatever I want. Which is a disgusting statement to say, just because you have fame and money that you can get away with anything. And even said he had inappropriate comments and stuff like that. There's more to it. I'll put some clips in here, but it's crazy. If I can find it, I think it was taken down, not sure, but it is crazy because all hell broke loose. She gained a lot of subscribers. James Charles lost some because there was other allegations, and this waiter made a video and all this. That's another video to describe everything that's happened with James Charles. Then May 18th, 2019, again, back and forth. James Charles made a video. She lost subscribers. He gained a little bit because he had lost quite a few because of her video. And while that is happening in May 2019, and the response back and forth, and everybody just assuming things and going on one side, then flipping, and it just seemed like everybody was flip-flopping. Well, in October 2019, we had the launch of Tati Beauty. So she launched Tati Beauty, and the first thing that she was going to launch, the product that she was going to launch, was known as the Textured Neutrals Eyeshadow Palette, Volume 1. The first product she launched was the Textured Neutrals palette, and it was 24 pan palette with, I think it had like glitter, sequins, matte. It just had like, I think the layout was beautiful. I thought the shades were beautiful, definitely in her realm, and something that I think everybody had their eye on, which I did too, but I never purchased it. That is crazy to me. She launched that. Apparently, she sold about $6 million worth of that palette. So I would say Tati was pretty successful on her Tati Beauty eyeshadow palette launch. It was amazing. It was beautiful to see. I never purchased that palette, but I saw many reviews which were pretty good. And I would say one of the highly favored, liked, and still like in everybody's, I guess, collection has to be this palette. It's like in the top palettes that everyone has or wanted to get, you know, because I don't have it. Oops. You know, I couldn't afford it. Okay. I couldn't afford it. So maybe if I can find these videos, I can, but I think a lot has been taken down. And in June of 2020, she had a video drop of Breaking My Silence. So basically she kind of recanted everything she said about James Charles.
Long time coming for me to share with you some very, very important things. And I am going to be reading from what is approved by my legal team. So I am, once I start getting into what I need to share with you guys today, what I feel is important to share with you, I won't be deviating, and it's at the advice of my legal counsel. So there's so much going on YouTube and in the world, and I just, first off, I do want to request something. Actually, before that, I just want to tell you that I missed you guys. A lot. This video clears up a lot of the reasons why I felt I could not be online over the past couple of months. I have missed making videos, and I've missed you so, so much. But I do want to ask anyone watching this that believes in anything higher than themselves, that believes in any higher power, you know, all higher power, all God is love and the root of love. And I am a woman of faith, and I've been praying every day over this event, scandal, whatever you want to name it. And I just ask that you press pause for a moment, and even just for 10 seconds, just cover this in prayer, because there is so much healing that needs to take place. Our world seems to be falling apart all around us. So the last thing you need me to do is fuel more hate by releasing my receipts and voice memos. But I know many of you are needing some answers, as well as a long overdue apology for the role that I played. Also, by the way, these are my words. I did write this, and this is from my heart, but I am being careful here, and I think you guys understand why. Texts and stories about what had happened behind the scenes. We apologized to each other, forgave each other, and agreed to wait patiently until it was safe for me to share my story. Since that night, James Charles has repeatedly said that he wanted to be beside me for this video. But I felt it was important that I do it alone, because he deserves my first apology. And I am really sorry, James. And I've said that privately, but I want you to hear it publicly. I'm sorry. To provide some context, it's important for you to know that I love James Charles. He has a special place in my heart, and that never changed, even when I was hurt. I promised my dad I wasn't gonna cry. I was someone he could lean on if he needed advice. He came into my life after he had sent me a tweet and worked by Shane, Jeffrey, and others. After my video went up, I was never served a lawsuit or any cease and desist letters. I only privated my video at the request of YouTube because YouTube said it was a bad look for their platform. James, I am so sorry that I allowed myself to be poisoned and weaponized against you. I'm sorry that I bought into any of their lies. Believing those lies and allowing myself to be gaslit into making that video is one of the biggest regrets of my life. I should have tried harder to reach you over those concerns in person. And I'm sorry for giving up on you. The information they were giving me was terrifying. I thought your career and freedom were in jeopardy. I was trying to get you to put your phone down and seek help because I was told there were a lot of victims that were going to come forward to destroy you. I was foolish for believing them. I was scared. I thought if I called you out, you would put your phone down and stop the detrimental behavior I was being made to believe was true. James, I apologize for uploading that video. I should have known better than to fall for their lies and manipulation, but in the end, I failed. And instead, I allowed Shane and Jeffrey to put a wedge between our friendship. Jeffree Star first contacted me early in his YouTube career wanting to meet. But it wasn't until 2017 that we started speaking. I knew that Jeffrey had had a lot of drama in his past, but when he came to me, he presented himself as someone who had changed and was trying to be better. I saw his pain and I felt that I could be a positive influence. As time went on, I learned that being friends with Jeffree Star was like being friends with a lion. Yes, he may have been dangerous, but he was always really kind to me. From time to time, I would see improvements, which were followed by setbacks thereafter, but overall, I thought he was growing as a person. And again, I thought I could be a good example for him.
It sounds like there was lawyers involved. Somebody's having like a gag order. Somebody's having like a NDA, something like that is going on. She recanted her stuff saying she can't speak much because lawyers are involved. And then through these two names out there, these two names that had everybody in an uproar, and get the spotlight off of her and onto Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. Now, she claimed that they manipulated her and couldn't stop talking about James Charles, and she now thinks that it was because of jealousy and had basically apologized to James Charles, which made him in turn look good. And then everybody's flip-flopping because James Charles was on a decline and Jeffree Star started to rise. And then when this happened, I felt like roles were reversed once again, flip-floppers. And then how does Shane Dawson come in here? I don't know. Never heard of him until he started coming into the makeup scene. Never heard of him. And he's like a conspiracy theorist, something like that, makes videos, whatever. There's a lot. That's another video to unpack with that duo. So she said that they manipulated her into making that video. And I mean, she's an adult, but you know, she was fed things, thought it was true because I guess you think these are true instead of like, I don't know, in my opinion, like fact checking. Are you saying the things that he did that you said he did too were not true? Like, So were there red flags and then they were just kind of feeding you more, which nobody can force you to make that video. I feel like she made that video because you were so angry. You should have slept on it. You should have thought about your feelings. You should have talked to someone, because all this was created and I think was part of her decline and part of the company's decline as well. And when she had that video, there was also this weird thing that happened. Shane made a live and said she was faking it. She's a liar. She's manipulative, stuff like that. Seemed unhinged to me.
This is insane. This is insane. This woman is a... Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to wait till as many people get in here as possible because I'm losing my mind. Keep playing it. Keep playing it.
I didn't even know I was making a video. So how is it that so many editorial outlets knew that something was coming before I...
Because you message drama channels! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Because she is a... I can't. I don't want to say mean things about people. This is insane. This is insane. This person literally... Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Keep pressing play. I need to get through this video so I can... Oh my God. You are so manipulative.
Think of facing public...
You're fake crying. You are fake crying. You are fake crying. That is not real. Oh my God.
And then in October, Tati Westbrook and her husband were sued by their partner, Clark Swanson. Now, he was a partner for Halo Beauty. Now, he alleges several things, not fulfilling what they promised, stuff like that, and saying that it cut him out of the deal with Tati Beauty, and they agreed. I don't know if it was word of mouth. That's what is happening. I don't know what he was alleging, but he was saying that they were supposed to go in on the whole deal. Halo Beauty was supposed to be like this brand up here, and then under it would be whatever she sold, which, it just doesn't make sense business-wise, because it sounds like Halo Beauty was just meant for vitamins and stuff like that. Why would she do makeup under there? Then she went ahead and made Tati Beauty, which would be her makeup brand. So he was saying, well, they cut me out of that. I want my money. Stuff like that. And that, we happen to find out, was dismissed. They won. And during this time, I saw a lot of other drama and things all about Tati, right? Especially from this one YouTube channel, which was Without a Crystal Ball. And in March 2021, suing Without a Crystal Ball 2, a YouTube channel here that had a bunch of stories about the Westbrooks, presenting them as if they were true. And they sued her for $5 million for defamation, for, tarnishing her good name, Tati, the Westbrooks' good name. And they had their suspicions. I think, too, I heard Tati say something in a video about information being fed. Turns out they have settled that case without a crystal ball, and she said in her own video that she was being fed things that were for her to put out there so that the story of the Westbrooks or anything about them could harm them and benefit the person that was telling her, which is allegedly, I don't know if I can say anything is true or not in this video without me getting sued, Clark Swanson.
They can work out their differences, and that is exactly. So happy to announce that a settlement has been reached as to all of the claims between myself and Tati and James Westbrook. So I'm not at liberty to tell or discuss any terms of the settlement, but what I can say is that both sides, we engaged in a lengthy mediation, and the process was done in good faith. So during the mediation process, both sides were able to openly and honestly share information regarding the claims and defenses, and especially the claims and defenses related to the defamation claims made in the Washington lawsuit that was filed last October. So through talking with one another in the mediation, I was able to share with the Westbrooks that as part of my defense, some of the certain statements that I had made that they had found to be disparaging had actually come from various sources. In the mediation, I also learned that I learned information from them that actually led me to believe that several of these sources had manipulated me into publishing disparaging statements about the Westbrooks for their own purposes and to otherwise cause harm to the Westbrooks. Because of this, I have since deleted these statements from my social media platforms, and I've removed all the videos related to this matter as well. As the Westbrooks recognized that I had been manipulated and weaponized by some of these sources, the Westbrooks and their representatives have also withdrawn their statements that they've made about me. Starting over a year ago, one of these sources in particular had repeatedly contacted me totally unsolicited and provided me over the course of several months with disparaging information about the Westbrooks and their various businesses. It's now my opinion that this person contacted me for the purpose of feeding me and manipulating me into publishing disparaging statements about the Westbrooks to cause them harm. This source then sued the Westbrooks and asked me to break the story about his lawsuit. This source is the Westbrooks business partner in Halo Beauty, Clark Swanson. As a result of having the ability to speak with the other side and to better develop an understanding of what has happened, I have agreed to provide whatever information and physical evidence I have to the Westbrooks about my communications with the sources that provided me with such disparaging information and to cooperate in the Westbrooks' efforts to address some of the damage caused by the dissemination of such disparaging information. As there is ongoing litigation in other matters, none of the parties involved in our matter will be discussing or answering any questions about our lawsuit or its settlement. Thank you so much for your support over the last several months and for your understanding.
So that has been settled, and it sounded too, when I saw the video, like without a crystal ball, it definitely was reading from a paper, probably making sure like nothing was said that would get her in even more trouble, stuff like that, because legal work takes time, takes money, and nobody wants to go through that. People think it's like, oh yes, it'll be a couple of, no, this could take years for like responses back and forth for the judge, things like that. And here recently, in September 28, 2023, Tati dropped another video of clearing the air and getting us into her life once again and saying, hey, what's going on with being sued? She said for the past 3 years, she's been sued in 4 different states by the same person, which has to be Clark Swanson, allegedly, right? 4 different states sued. I'm guessing she just keeps moving, and then these lawsuits keep popping up because that's what she said. Like every time I move, it's like a slap on my hand. And
it's like there's this bit of me that is missing, this authentic part of me that is missing. And this whole experience has felt quite a bit silencing. Like it just has, because you're so afraid of saying something that could then start another lawsuit. Because I have now, in the past 3 years, I have been sued by the same person in 4 states. I have not gone online and cried about it and complained about it or talked much about it at all. I've just wanted to be strong, move through it. And here we are about 3 years later, and it's just been this ongoing, never ending, if I move, I get my hand slapped kind of a feel. And that's, you know, it is what it is. It is happening. That was very like therapy speak for me. This is happening. Just move through it. Do the best you can. And I'm excited for this to be done, obviously.
I'm like, wow, for somebody to go through all that effort to try to sue you. And she was going through the cases and they were just dismissed. And she said this last one was in Nevada and she was preparing for that, for a, just I guess, a questioning of everything and her answers, which is a deposition. It sounds harsh, but it's not. It's just, they'll ask you questions. You have to answer them under law, truthfully and stuff like that, to say, hey, this is what happened. She says that this is it. This should be the last lawsuit, just to settle everything. And she's ready to go because it's taken a toll, stressful. I can't imagine all these years, 4 different states, all this paperwork, all this money. It is insane. I don't know. This feels like harassment. I don't know if that's legal. Maybe it is because they're putting these lawsuits in different states and that kind of hides the fact of like harassment. I don't know the laws. You would have to study more or go to LawTube for that. And October 12th, a recent video, She couldn't go into much specifics, but she did say that it felt like it went well, and she's just kind of relieved that everything just happened, and that she did the deposition and they asked her to if she was wearing glitter, almost as if they were watching her video.
A lot of you guys in the video I posted about going to Vegas and being deposed, I will link it below. Many of you in the comments wanted to know, what is the lawsuit about? Can you tell us more? And I can't go into specifics. There are channels out there that have gone into deeper specifics. You can find them, but I don't feel like it's the right thing to do to go into everything. But I will share with you that James and I are co-owners of Halo Beauty, and there is a third party that is a minority owner in Halo Beauty, and he initially sued us, and in return we sued him, and here we are. So fun. To the big Vegas trip. Praise God, I am back home. I am so happy that that part of this whole thing is done. It was kind of one of those things that I made much bigger in my mind, and it was stressing me out, kind of like, can we just get it done? Not even that it was giving me so much anxiety to go and do the whole deposition. I mean, it was intimidating, no doubt. But just like knowing that it was there, like, I just want to get this over with. I just want to be done with it. Thing that I put out is, I guess, dissected. Anyway, guys, because a lot of you had very vocal opinions on whether I should wear glitter to my deposition or not. And ultimately, I did not. Ultimately, she was sophisticated, no false lashes, no glitter, blazer, sophisticated woman, you know? I kid you not, the first question that I heard when I walked in the morning of my deposition was, so, are you wearing eye glitter? And my stomach was like, eeh! And that's just my life. You know, everything that I put out is, I guess, dissected. Anyway, I thought it was kind of funny. It was a moment where I was like, oh, thank God I'm not wearing glitter. But yeah, I appreciate the comments in that video. You guys are awesome.
Almost as if they were watching her video, her most recent video. And that, I think, is an intimidation factor for these lawyers. But that is Tati right now. What's going on is she's getting ready to turn the page in her life to another chapter, get rid of all this old drama and this old business partner. I don't know what's going on, but she did mention that she is majority, her and her husband are majority stakeholders in Halo Beauty. They still own it. And then we don't know what's going to happen with Tati Beauty. I really hope, honestly, that she is successful, that she brings up a brand, can be truthful and honest of what they're promoting with ads, and their brands can be successful in that they actually put some effort, because the first one did seem like she put a lot of effort. But now that she brought up this suing, I really kind of feel bad. Imagine all the stress. Imagine like that gut feeling in your stomach, just being sued so many times, and in your heart you're like, I have done nothing with this, because they did turn in a 188 page, I believe, of paperwork showing that what this guy was saying, their partner, was a lie. They had all the evidence, screenshots, emails, everything was put into the paper of why he was lying about them not discussing this whole, he's going to take a stake in everything, even brands that outside of this Halo Beauty and makeup and whatever he was alleging, they proved it. Dismissed. So Nevada, I really don't know. I don't see any information. I know that court and stuff like that is public record. Maybe they're hiding well. I don't know where the source or city is, where they're getting sued, how they're taking care of it. But I know all this is public record. Tati's bringing this up. I know it's because she was allowed to. I know she doesn't want to get in deep water from lawyers or anything, because that's what this guy was suing her for, even fraud because of a video. I think she was discussing the case and stuff like that. But that's where we're at right now, is we are finally seeing Tati kind of get relieved, no more stress and things like that. I kind of want to see what happens in the future with, if she brings a brand, not necessarily her videos, or I don't know. I'm not intrigued by her videos right now. Hope she can maybe in the future make me intrigued, but Not intrigued by her videos right now, but I am intrigued by makeup. So when she did that palette, I wanted it, couldn't get it. I'm hoping that in the future she brings up a palette like that or returns a palette. Who knows what this court case entails and what is going to be the consequences or what's going to be restored from this. So hoping and wishing all the best and positive things for Tati. I just want to know how she became friends with all these problematic people and then had them sway her into making a video that almost, well, not almost, it ended her career, ended the lifestyle that she was living, because then all this followed. It was like a snowball. It just kept going down. I'm like, this is why you have to, it's for everyone. Know who you're getting into a business with. Know who your friends are. And if this is not a friendship, this is kind of like a business thing. If they get more attention by being your friend and you do that in return, is it really a friendship? Like if you get more subscribers, if you do this and that, are y'all really friends? This is why you have to have discernment of who you surround yourself with, who you get in business with, because then this happens. Just a world of stress, a world of just what if, a world of losing money and people taking advantage of you, ending things that you didn't want to end, stuff like that, careers. It's just a lot. It's a lot of heartache. So again, I really hope everyone's learning from this example. I feel like this is an example for not only you, but for me too. Like, wow, it just opens my eyes even more. Take that in, soak that information in so I can learn from these mistakes that were made. But that's all I have for this Tati drama that has been brought up again. I will keep you updated if there's anything more that comes, a beauty brand, a palette, something. Maybe she'll collab with someone. I don't know. But thank you so much for staying with me, and you have a great night, day, weekend. I don't know when this is uploading, but you have a good one. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And come on, be ready for the next videos that are coming. Let me know what else I can talk about. And you have a great one. Adios.